So hey, welcome Ben Drexler here. We have you on Minneapolis Running video Skype chat here. Ben, how are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Good. And Ben has a blog, which it's 6run2. Is it 6run2.blogspot.com?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Where Ben writes about running and all the multiple marathons and half marathons that he paces and runs. And Ben has a great post on up there just about some of his goals and achievements from last year. One of them being finally breaking 3 hours in the marathon, which congratulations, Ben. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So today, what I want to do is just talk for a little bit here about the Run the Lakes run. Actually, what's the official title?
I have it called the Great Race Across Lakes, but I
That's what
have
it is.
the
Okay.
the race parts in quotes because
Yeah.
it's more of a fun run rather than a race, and I don't want anybody going into this like I got to win this thing. So
Right. And so for those of you who don't know, Ben, why don't you just kind of very briefly talk about what this is? And it's on January 30th at 7 p.m., which is a Friday night, correct?
yeah, definitely. So it's a
Awesome.
it's a night run, so bring your headlamp for sure.
Yeah. Or your knuckle lights.
Basically, yeah. The long or the short story of it is it's just a run across Harriet and then over to Calhoun, across Calhoun, and then over to Isles, up to the tip of Isles, and then you actually get off the lakes for a little while. Then you go down Cedar Lake Trail, and then over to Cedar Lake, and then you come from the north to the south side of Cedar Lake. So it's about I estimated about a 7 mile course. I'm going to run the course and kind of get an idea for it more so closer to the date once the ice is a little better. It's been better. We had a little warm stretch there where
Yeah.
people were walking on the ice, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
So
a little sketchy. Yeah.
it should be about 7 miles though. So if
Okay.
you're wondering about the distance,
Yep, about 7 miles, and it's a point-to-point race, and so it starts at the south end at the beach there down by Harriet, correct?
yep. Kind of like if you want to imagine, we're by Marathon Sports.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's actually called South Beach.
Okay. It's kind of
Um,
like opposite of the band shell, right?
It's on this.
Sort of.
It's sort of opposite of the band show.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. I would say opposite of the band show.
Okay.
Yeah, because the course how I have it set up is it's actually going. You're gonna get off the lake on near the band show.
Okay. Awesome.
So
And then it goes, so the course goes, so if people want to basically, maybe let's kind of just talk through the whole event. So people show up at the band shell, or not, sorry, at the opposite side of the band shell down at South Beach, and there's
mhm.
kind of street parking all around there, so just find a place to park, and then is there going to be like banners or flags or big inflatable balloons, or just somebody with a
It'll
poster
probably
board?
be me with my headlamp and my friends.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, since it's a no frills event, it's just gonna be people standing around. And in the South Beach, if you ran Harriet at all, you know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
There's a beach there. There's a fountain well. It's kind of right where the intersection of the Parkway is.
Yes. Okay.
With Minnehaha Parkway, right? So if you're coming from Minnehaha Parkway, it's right there. And yeah, there's tons of street parking around that neighborhood. So I have on my blog a whole page about this, but you're gonna want to come with a friend, and one person will park their car at the finish, drive over, so then you have a car to get back since it is a point to point.
Sure.
The logistics on that isn't ideal, but we've done dumber things as runners. So
Yeah, it's fun. And I suppose, people could probably run, well, not probably, but people could run halfway and turn around and just come back if they didn't have a way to get back or whatever.
yeah, they could run across Calhoun and then come back if they want. So that would be pretty much equivalent to the same distance.
Cool. And then, so that's also the night of the Luminary Lopit, correct?
Yes, so that's one thing that I have to be careful about.
Sure.
uh, it's the none of the Lopit events or the Lopit events are going on. Or I checked the maps and everything. It's in
Sure.
like Calhoun Village, I believe.
Okay.
So nothing will interfere there. It's just I'll tell people when they're going across the tracks, just go kind of like don't be obnoxious and kind of like
Right.
single file across. There,
Yeah.
I think the route crosses their tracks maybe twice or three times.
Okay. Cool. And I guess just to be clear, you're not officially affiliated with that event in any way. This is a
Not at all.
Totally a show up, hang out, have fun, go running. So we're gonna go from Harriet cross that little grassy area, I guess. Where what is that road there? I don't even know
Uh,
off the top of my head.
it's William Barry
Okay,
Parkway.
that's
I've,
right.
I've, I've ran across that area about 500
I
times, maybe
know.
in my life, and I'm pretty sure it's William Barry.
I just know it as there's a porta potty right there, and that's saved my life a few times. So across Calhoun, then up around Lakes, and then it'll end kind of over on Cedar, right?
So once you get done with Calhoun, there's a little bridge that you can go underneath to Isles. I'm gonna check that out to see whether or not that's frozen or not, because
Sure.
underneath there can be kind of thawed. So
Okay.
I'll make a decision the night before, and I'll post that, and I'll make an announcement.
Okay.
You can either there's multiple ways of getting over to Isles. Then you can just hop off the lake and go underneath the bridge.
Cool.
So that shouldn't be too bad. And then you're gonna go through the two islands on Isles,
Okay.
and
Yep.
you're gonna make your way to the tip part, the upper north part of Isles. And there's gonna be some hockey. There's a hockey rink up there. Just go around the hockey rink, of course.
Yep.
And I have directions on the map, basically how to. It's pretty much a straight shot up to Cedar Lake Trail, and then you take Cedar Lake Trail for maybe half a mile,
Okay.
and then you'll get to Cedar Lake. There's a bridge there. Right before the bridge is where you can jump down onto Cedar Lake and then run directly south
Gotcha.
to the south beach of
Okay.
Cedar Lake.
Yep. I know right where that is. So you mentioned a couple times, if it's not frozen enough, you'll kind of make a decision. So I guess that's one thing just to be aware of is, are you going to go out there and just kind of run it ahead of time, or
Yeah, I'm gonna run it the day before.
okay, make kind of an
And
official.
just kind of get a distance and kind of get a feel for it.
Sure. Okay. Awesome. And you said now this is a no frills event, which means it's free, I assume.
Yep.
But you're going to ask people to sign a waiver, and then I also saw on your website that you are asking if people want to, no pressure, but there's a charity that you're connected with that you're asking people if they want to donate something to donate to that. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that's all about?
Yeah, so no frills, just show up, run, have a good time. I just did an event called the Minnesotan a few days ago, and it was fun. Everybody had a good time with it. It was a half marathon down the river bottoms,
Very
and
cool.
people enjoy just getting together with a group of runners and just
Yeah.
going running. So, yeah, so free, just show up, run. You're not going to get a race medal. You're not going to get a T-shirt. It's just nothing like that. We might have a
Free.
water stop. I believe Minnesota Running Wild has
Okay.
volunteered to
Very
to put a water stop up by the band shell, which will be nice. But no, I'm doing this thing called the San Francisco Ultra Marathon. It's a double marathon in July. You run the marathon course backwards at midnight, and then at 5:40 when the marathon starts and everybody else starts, then you run another marathon. So
That's crazy.
the biggest challenge about that will be the break that I have between. But
Yeah.
I decided to raise money for a group called ACES, called Athletics Committed to Educating Students. I have a buddy that's on the board, and that's kind of how I know it. Actually a middle school teacher myself, and the program is for middle school students that are at risk of not graduating. They're not on track for graduating when they get to high school. So it's an after school program.
Okay. That's awesome. That's really cool that you're involved with that. And do you have a fundraising goal that you're shooting for?
I'm aiming for $1,000.
Okay.
And I'm up to a little over 200 right now.
Okay.
Kind of waiting to start bugging people more so since the holidays. We're just
Yeah.
here, and everybody can be, everybody's got their own thing during
Right,
the holiday
for sure.
season. So
And it's not until July, so you still got lots of time.
yeah, I still have like 6 months. So that's less than $200 a month or something or whatever.
Piece of cake. Just clean out the change from your car or whatever every week, and you'll be almost there. One of the things that I think most runners appreciate about running is what you get to do after you run. So, namely, going out, to eat, getting something to drink. You mentioned in the post that there's going to be some kind of after party. Have you decided what that's going to be, or where that's going to be, and where can people look for those
I haven't.
details?
Most people after a run like this, go out and grab a drink or grab some food, hang out. I'll post that on the Facebook page and my blog event page. So
Okay.
look
Awesome.
forward to it.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then, so the event starts at 7:00. The after party will probably, I'm assuming, be, I don't know, probably start 8:30ish, somewhere
Yeah,
around
around.
there. Okay. then people are just free to kind of stay wherever for however long that they want to. And
Right.
last time I checked, right before we hopped on the call here, there's about 70 people who I think have kind of said yes. And I think it's cool to have a really informal event like that. Fun on a Friday night, and it's probably going to be cold and probably going to be, it'd be awesome if it was snowy, to kind of add to the romanticism of the event. But yeah, that's cool. Well, is there anything else that we should know about the event, or if people want to get more information, and I'll put a link to it kind of either below or above this video, depending on where I put it in the post. But you can find stuff there. But anything else, Ben, that we should know about it?
No, all the event information is pretty much on the link you'll post. So
Okay.
just a few things. Dress appropriately depending on the weather. If you're a Minnesota runner, you kind of have an idea of how to dress already.
Right.
Headlamps will be great to have. Bring one if you have an extra. Bring one for a friend.
Sure.
If you want a lot of water and you think that the one water stop won't be enough, and I'm not sure on that for sure, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to do it. If you need to bring water or whatever, your Camelback or your belt or whatever, bring any nutrition that you need. So
Sure.
Also, the obvious, if you have any yak tracks or if you have trail shoes, bring those because we're going to be running across the snow, so it's going to be a workout for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And the any types of spikes or whatever in your shoes will be very beneficial.
Right. Yeah. Is there a trail out there yet? Because I know that often there's kind of a informal path that gets kind of worn across the lakes. Have you been out there recently to see if that's there?
It's like if you get close to where Calhoun goes underneath Isles, there starts to be a trail, and there's some little ones that will form out and stuff. But
Sure.
Since the thawing was there in December,
Okay.
I mean there hasn't been too much activity out there, but that might change. I haven't noticed anything.
Ben, thanks so much for doing this, and we'll see you, I guess, on January 30th at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Awesome. All right. We'll see you then.
Okay, thanks, Nathan.
Yep. Bye.